Cameras show just before 3 p.m., Ellis walked into the lobby and follows behind the mother and son as they exit the store. Cameras then show her following them through the parking lot and to their car.
Code section 2903.11A1 and/or endangering children in violation of Ohio Revised Code section 2919.22B2.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a very terrible story out of Ohio, and it's sad that this occurred. I could only imagine if I was a parent and this had happened to my family, some crazy deranged lunatic killed my family. And I know a lot of people are like, well, she's crazy, she's mentally ill. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. That ain't nobody's fault but hers. I think she should get punished the fullness of the law. They should put her to death for what she did. Video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com. Get the merch link in the description section. I want to give a big shout out to Candace Owens. Candace just started her show again. Y'all go check it out. She's live on her YouTube channel. I'll link the YouTube channel here. Go check her shows out. It's all good. That first video was absolutely fire. I haven't been in to watch the second episode yet. She got Kanye coming on in the third episode. Oh my God. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Y'all already know what to do. Let's get into this, ladies and gentlemen and ladies. Let's get to the meat and potatoes of this story. I don't want to say the lady's name because I never say people's names who are killing other people. I don't think that they deserve to have their name mentioned. I'm not going to mention it. If the article says it, that's the article. I'm not going to mention it. I'm going to read out these charges, and we looked on a couple websites, and it seemed like they got the charges wrong. I have never seen charges like this in my life. Now, I don't know if they're charging certain things that they could plead down to. I have no idea why they would charge these things. And I've looked at multiple websites and they have these same charges on multiple websites. So either all of them are dumb or they're charging in a way that's just weird to me. So she got 1 count of aggravated murder, which makes sense. 2 counts of murder, but she only killed 1 person, which is a child. 2 counts of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, 1 count of endangering a child, 1 count of tampering with evidence, and 1 count of misdemeanor theft. Let me just explain to you guys why I think this is bizarre. And somebody that live in Ohio, maybe they can give me a better understanding. Normally, you charge a person with, if they murder 1 person, you charge them with that murder. And if it's aggravated murder, capital murder, whatever the case may be, you charge them with the murder of the person they murdered. I've never seen a person get charged with 1 count of aggravated murder and then 2 counts of murder. The only thing I can think of is if she got charged with different murder in the statute, right? Because you have aggravated murder, possibly could be if you intentionally premeditate the murder of a child, maybe that's aggravated murder. And then maybe there's 2 other counts of murder that's within the murder statute, which would be, I don't know what they would charge it with. I mean, maybe aggravated murder would be the murder of a child, and then murder would be, I don't know, if you did it in the commission of another crime or some tiered statute within the murder statute. I have to look it up, but it's too complicated and I don't feel like doing it right now. 2 counts of attempted murder, which you never would charge a person with attempted murder if they actually murder somebody. You only either attempt or do it. So for them to be charging her like this and felonious assault, that's irrelevant if you, well, I guess the felonious assault will be on mom. Endangering the child, to me, that's irrelevant if you killed the child. So 1 or 2 things could be happening here. The way they're charging is different facets of the statute. They're throwing a book so something to stick if the jury can't find her guilty on others. Or they're allowing the jury to somehow finagle her all the way down because she's mentally ill, which I think would be horrible if they did. Let's look at the video of this fool in a courtroom, and she's literally mocking the family. And it's absolutely sickening. All right, watch the clip with me. The first part is a news article statement about what happened, and then you'll see her in court just laughing and clowning, which I think is so ridiculous. The judge should have removed her from the court immediately when she started doing what she was doing. But
Ellis is seen going to the Volunteers of America thrift store, where police say she stole 2 knives, then
built like a gorilla. That girl walking like a primate. Just subhuman people. Look at her. She looked like a gorilla.
To the Volunteers of America thrift store, where police say she stole 2 knives, then briefly stopped in bins and things before walking into Giant Eagle.
See, if they'd have stopped her when she stole the knives over there, maybe the kids would be alive. These people, nowadays, no law enforcement. They just let people do anything. And I'm not blaming the people at the store, but I'm like, even if they did try to stop her, the cops ain't finna show up for a long time.
At 2:58, she walks past the service desk with the knife waving by her side, and no one appears to see it. Then we see her walking near the cash registers. Again, no one appears to see or react to the knife.
No, they see it. She black. They don't want to be accused of thinking a black person walking with a knife is going to do a crime. This is the foolery that we get in. The white people see that big old knife, that knife this big. The white people see that big gorilla walking with a knife in their hand. Then people see that knife, but they like, I ain't gonna look at her. I don't want to think I'm a racist. I guarantee you that's what people think.
She then passes Margot Wood and her 3-year-old son, Julian. Ellis immediately turns around and starts to follow them. Cameras show just before 3 p.m.
Look at why she walking like she is built like a gorilla. She even swinging like she got a banana in her hand.
Follow them. Cameras show just before 3 p.m. Ellis walked into the lobby and follows behind the mother and son as they exit.
Nobody see this girl with this knife in her hand. I just don't get it. I guarantee you people see her, but they don't want to judge a black woman. She got a big old knife in her hand.
At the store. Cameras then show her following them through the parking lot and to their car.
Somewhere near their vehicle, Miss Ellis then attacked the two of them.
Ellis is set to be arraigned this Monday morning. Police say the attack was a random act of violence, and the big question tonight still is why. Christy, the motive is not clear.
Oh, so come on. So the black girl go into a store and she randomly picked white people to stab. And that's just totally random. She went and premeditated with a knife. She went and got a knife somewhere, and she was walking to the store looking for somebody to stab. She didn't pick no black people. She picked an innocent woman with a 3-year-old and turned and followed her. That woman felt that gorilla following her, but she didn't want to say nothing because the woman is black. I guarantee you. She didn't want to look back and be like, hey, man, can I help you? Because then she'd be on the news. Look, a black woman can't walk through the store with a knife in her hand.
Code section.
Look at this fool in the courtroom.
2903.11A1 and or endangering children in violation of Ohio Revised Code section 2919.22B2. Count 4 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to JW on date of birth 10/29/2020. Count 5 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did torture or cruelly abuse JW, date of birth 10/29/2020, a child under 18 years of age, and furthermore, the violation resulted in serious physical harm to JW, date of birth 10/29/2020. Count 6 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did attempt to purposely cause the death of Margot Wood. Count 7 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did attempt to cause the death of Margot Wood as a proximate result of the offender committing or attempting to commit an offense of violence. It is a felony of the first or second degree, to wit, felonious assault, Ohio Revised Code section 2901.11A1. Count 8 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did knowingly cause serious physical harm to Margot Wood. Count 9 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did, knowing that an official proceeding or investigation was in progress or was about.
Well, I don't know how you can. I get being a lawyer and they get a public defender. But my God, it's got to be miserable defending somebody like this. It has to be insufferable. This fool is just a monster, man. A monster for what she did. An absolute monster. And the fact that she shows no empathy, she's laughing and joking and clowning. I couldn't be dad. I'm prison. Take me. I'll be in there with her. because ain't no way in the world that I lose my kid at the hands of somebody smiling like this. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't care. I can't do it. People will understand.
About to be or likely to be instituted, alter, destroy, conceal, or remove any record, document, or thing with the purpose to impair its value or availability as evidence in such proceeding or investigation. Count 10 alleges that on or about June 3rd, 2024, the defendant did with purpose to deprive the owner, Volunteers of America store, of property or services to wit.
I don't get why they charging them with misdemeanors at the same with all these felonies. I don't get that.
Knives, knowingly obtain or exert control over either the property or services without the consent of the owner.
That's getting dragged on. So daddy come up here to talk, and the gorilla is there smiling in his face. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I could not 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 imagine that somebody would do that to my child, and they're right there. They're standing right there. And this little cop is in the way. But they're right there. They did something, and I can never get them back. They're right there. And no way. I'm not talking. What I'm going to talk about? I'm not the judge. You don't need to hear from me.
Good morning, sir. Could you start with your name?
I don't know how he did it, man.
Name?
My name is Jared Wood, father of deceased, husband of Margot. Your Honor, that day, 1 week ago, she took everything from us. There's nothing that could ever replace my son, or anything that my wife and I, even our other kids, are going through. It's horrendous. I really wish no bail.
So pretty much he plead his heart out about what happened to his kid, which I feel is pain. There's no way whatsoever on planet Earth, this streak right here is for that light. There's no way on planet Earth that I could endure. If you guys want to watch the rest of it on Tatum Plus, I'll show the video of the actual incident. So if you want to watch it on Tatum Plus, go over to Tatum Plus. I'll finish the video where I play the incident where you can kind of see what happened, because they got video evidence and a little bit of the aftermath where the police arrived on scene. If you want to see that portion of it, go to Tatum Plus. We'll put the link in the description section for everybody else. Comment in the comment section what you think about this. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.